Live, what's up? You made it. No studio required. What's up? Well, I'm pretty surprised that I'm able to come on here because I thought they had the requirement is that you have to have a thousand subs and like 4,000 hours of watched hours for your channel, and I don't have. I'm like 243 subs and like probably maybe 400 hours. So I'm very confused. But yay, fuck Twitch. I just happened to notice it because I remember that I tried it a while back. I noticed that it was that I noticed the option there to do that because you have post a video and then but they also let you but you also can create what's called a short, and it's a vid that's anything it's a minute or shorter, and they have create a vid. But then tonight I noticed they didn't have that. They had go live, and I'm like, okay. So I tried that before because I never I don't know if maybe I had seen it. I just didn't notice it, whatever. But I had seen it once before, and I tried it, and I couldn't do it. Yeah, same. I'm glad that I'm back. you know. Um, I just happened to try it. I hit go live or whatever, and it seemed to go through because I had tried it before, and it wouldn't let me. My account wasn't ready. I wasn't able to do it. So then I was like, hey, well, yeah, whatever, I get it. And I never expected it to work. I was like, well, give it a shot, whatever. And it happened. So yay. Oh my god. It's been pretty dead so far, but the weird thing is there was one guy who came in and he was talking, he was really cool, we were talking about music, and he's a musician and he's a songwriter and da da da. And then one minute he's here, and the next minute he's gone, and all of his messages say message retracted, and I'm like, what? So I don't know what that's about. But yeah, I know, eh? I have no idea how any of this stuff works. I mean, I looked it up on YouTube. I looked it up on Google or whatever, and it said something about it's maybe it was a glitch or it's just some. I don't even know. It's all German. It's all ancient Greek to me. I'm not tech savvy in the least, but very weird for show. It's so weird to see myself again. But this is because I was YouTube or googling what the requirements are for um to go live. Sorry, I'm just ah, it's just freaking. Yeah, I see you're here. How to go live on YouTube on a computer or a mobile device. In order to go live on YouTube, you have to have a verified account, a process that takes 24 hours to complete. You can go live on YouTube on your computer or the mobile app, but only those with at least 1,000 subscribers can use the mobile. Oh, well, that doesn't make any sense either because it was on my phone. I was able to log onto it and see that I was able to go live. And it doesn't make any sense. But meh, I mean, yay! I wonder where that is. But it doesn't make it. Well, whatever. I don't know why I'm questioning it. It just doesn't make any sense. But oh well. Oh my god. And so far, I've had a grand total of 3 people in my room. So yay. And then the one guy who's talked or whatever and said, it was the musician guy, and then he was going. I don't know what happened. It was weird. I wish I had something to do though. I mean, it's so. I mean, the music is nice, and I mean, it's pretty the same thing I was doing on Twitch, really. But I just kind of wish I had more to do physically. Oh, yeah, really. I'm glad it works, and I'm grateful for it. It doesn't make any sense at all. But I mean, it makes sense that I can do it on my webcam, but it doesn't make sense why I could do it on my phone. But either way, it doesn't matter. BRB, bathroom break. Excuse me, bench. The doggo is a little shit. He's awesome, but he's just the potty training thing is a stunned fucking cunt. Like, I take him outside, not maybe quite as often as I should, but we spend like he's been outside for. I had a neighbor offer to take him for a walk for like 2 hours. Well, she was gone for 2 hours. I mean, she offered to take him for a walk, and they ended up being gone for 2 hours. And when they came back, they were with some friends or whatever, and da da da. But they were gone for 2 hours, and she said that they were pretty much outside for the whole time, and he never went once. And then when he came back, psst, I'll take him outside for a half an hour, sometimes an hour, whatever, and nothing. And then I don't even get as far as coming to my bed, sit down before he pees. So yeah, he has done it outside a couple of times, but there's no connect. I mean, he's only a puppy. Like he's only 10 weeks old, so it is. But I mean, I say you're fucking lucky. You're cute, man. I get he's a puppy, but I mean, he's also got issues with he's hyper as fuck. Like I have a friend who comes over here. I got him from my friend, and he comes over, and it's like he's Justin Bieber, and Benji's like a 14-year-old girl. He's just like, oh my god, just freaks out. And it's cool, and it's whatever, but it's way too much. Like it lasts for like it's not just a 5 minute oh my god and go away or go chill out or whatever. It's a like an hour, or it's just it's having to like, okay, this is enough, calm down, go and do whatever, and it's just this nonstop, you know. But seriously, it's annoying, because we're trying to hang out and do our thing or whatever, and he's just all over everything, and it's like, erg, you know. So I'm teaching him. I'm trying to teach him boundaries and teaching him. I'm trying to use hand signals because he doesn't understand. Like he understands. Well, dogs obviously can be taught to understand words, like they, whatever. But well, thank you, sir. Just saying. Anyway, what I'm saying that because dogs are very smart for the most part. I don't know much about them, but obviously they're. I mean, they have dogs that are emotional support animals. They have dogs that do have very highly trained, like police dogs, and the ones that sniff out drugs and shit, all that kind of thing. And so they're obviously very smart, and they're but this one, oh my god, like he's so lazy. Like he's a great dog. He's an awesome dog. He's great. I am hot as fuck. I know that I wore this shirt because I wanted to try some body painting, just to try to give me something to do and to kind of attract people. But I obviously suck at it. So I'm just gonna do this, and I just don't want the whole Twitch thing again. Oh yeah. I'm the life of the party. Oh my god. Summer really sucks. I better not do that. I better put my shirt back on. I'm in like hypersensitive mode now that I'm like after all the Twitch shit. Oh, that pissed me off like crazy, man. Well, hopefully this will be my new Twitch, and I'm hoping that they're not because you know like I had no idea how strict they were with their rules. Like I mean, I have no problem with obeying them, but my God, do I do it? No, I don't do anything with my hair. I get it cut and I get it. I mean, I get it. I get it cut and thinned, and I get it. I get it dyed. I have to actually get it dyed again because I have grays and I'm. It's kind of funny because I'm not into. I don't care about makeup and shit like that. And this is you kind of lump makeup in hair dye in with makeup and stuff. But I don't care about all that stuff. But for some reason the grays bother me. So I have to get those dyed, and I get my little purple streak and everything, and that's. But no, I don't do my own hair. I couldn't do that with a gun to my head. I mean, I suck at that. I always say I suck at being a chick. I mean, I don't care about that stuff, honestly. Like, it doesn't interest me. I mean, I have no desire to, I mean, I don't mind a little bit of makeup and everything, but it's been years since I've had to go anywhere to need it. But, I mean, there's been times when I've kind of worn the skill where I had to go places like I had to go to a friend's wedding one time and I had to go and buy. I mean, I bought this, nice. It was a nice dress, but I bought this dress off of a buy and sell site in my city, and then I went to Shoppers Drug Mart, and I got like $50 worth of makeup. I mean, just stuff that I had to ask the lady, like, hey, this is what's happening. I have a dress, da 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 da, and she just suggested a few things I would that sounded like what will go with the dress, and it ended up being like $50. So I'm like, I was happy I wanted to go and I wanted, but I was just like, $50 for stuff that I'm probably never gonna. I mean, maybe a couple of times, but I'm not a makeup person at all. You know, fuck it, right? Exactly. I'm really curious. Do you know a guy named? He's a YouTuber. He's apparently very famous. So I can't. I don't get that at all. But um um. Oh fuck! What's his name? I can't even think of it. He eats. He started out. I know he wasn't like skinny, but he was a normal average guy, whatever. And I guess he started eating, and he just eats junk food and or like this shit food. And he has a huge rep. He has lots of followers. He makes because I was kind of bitching about. I was bitching to my friend about the Twitch thing or whatever, and I said, oh no, that's not true. Well, I was, but I was also saying that I found there was a woman who I saw on a show that makes like 300,000 a year on OnlyFans, and I'm like, fuck, man, like I would like, I'm not expecting to make millions of dollars or whatever, but I've been there for a couple of years myself, and I've never made more than a couple hundred. Well, I don't know what I've made out there, so but I mean. Maybe I don't even know, but it's nothing. It's like a few $100s. Well, no, maybe 5,000. I'll be very generous. Maybe about that. But in the time that I did, I don't even know. I don't. That's probably too much. But I'm just saying. And here she is, and they showed her pictures of her, and she was doing nothing more than just. She was totally dressed, like totally. She just, kind of like flirty and sexy, whatever, but nothing bad or anything overtly sexual. And she's making like 300 grand, she's married, she's got kids. She's actually said that she's a nurse, and that she's a nurse, but that when the pandemic hit, things got tough, and they had to have some extra income. And she and her husband decided, okay, well, let's try this and whatever, and they agreed to it, and she does it now, and I think that I don't remember if she gave up nursing, but she was making like 80K nursing, and now she's making like 300K doing this. And I can't imagine what she's doing that makes her that popular. I mean, she's a beautiful lady. I mean, don't get me wrong. She's not that she's, I mean, everybody has her. I'm just saying that I can see why she does make money, but I don't get, what her secret. But then again, people who on most people are very. They have lives. They have people. They go places. I don't have. I'm. I had nothing to show anybody. You know. I have no life. I'm pathetic. I mean, I feel sad for. I feel like but it's true. I don't have. I mean, I have really nothing to show anybody. Maybe Benji now, but who knows? So I don't know. You know, what wasn't for what? What wasn't for dinner? I just wish that I could figure out something to do that would get some attention. I don't want to be, all. I don't know. Oh, I ordered out. I had fries and I had poutine, and actually, I ordered a poutine and some lasagna, and my dog ate half of my lasagna. I was stupid. I left it in a. Well, I had the poutine. I let him have the rest of the not the rest of it, but I let him lick the container or whatever. And then I went to the bathroom, came back, and he was on my bed I had left. I normally before I got him, I would do this all the time. Whenever I got takeout, I would leave food over there and I bag it up or whatever and leave it there until I was ready to eat it again, usually. And this time I did that, not thinking about Benji. And then when I come back, it's like he's, I'm like, oh, you little fucker. Ah! So I had maybe about 2 bites of that left. So it was fine, but I am. My bad. I was. Faux show. I mean, it's a big adjustment having. I mean, I love him. He's awesome, and I'm very much in like Benji mode now. But it's just so weird. Like when he's not, like when he's out, like I leave him outside sometimes to take like he's to like because he's so hyper and everything. Because I don't spend a lot of time out in my living room because I can't really like I just I go out there and I clean and everything, but most of the time I'm in here. Um, so when I go out there, he likes to try to play a lot and everything. I'm like, hey, well, I play with him on my bed and everything, but I can't. Oh, shut up, Red. Don't be a dork. Maybe I will just despite you, just for saying that. Maybe I just will. Self-fulfilling prophecy. I know I'm awesome. I mean, but thank you. You're very sweet. But speaking of actually, I don't know if you ever watched. I even, don't just say it or whatever, but Dr. Phil. But I mean, people hate on him, but I mean, I think it's retarded because the guy is not. He it just if you hear him talking, anything he says makes sense. It's like he just. It's like I've never heard him. I've never heard him give somebody some advice I didn't think was obvious. You know, but people see he's like, if he was just some Joe Schmo on the street who was giving somebody advice, it's the same. It just he happens to have a TV show. My whole point is that I saw somebody on. There was a woman on here. He did a show today, or I saw her. He did a show with a woman who was her mother passed away a couple years ago at some point. Whatever, I don't know where it was from, but she passed away, and then the girl she had been some kind of she worked in the hospital, or she worked in a medical something for some whatever. And after her mother passed away, she just became a complete hypochondriac. Like every little thing that she felt in her body, she was so scared. Was like she would look up the symptoms of like what causes da 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 da. She would feel this or whatever, and she would see these horrible diseases that come with what she thought was the symptoms that she was having, and would just think, "Oh my God, I have like I have cancer. I have this. I have that. I have that. I have this. I have that," and it was to the point where she was going to the hospital like 5 or 6 times a week, and they were telling her, "There's something wrong with you. Go home." And her husband was like having to take time off of work and go with her and trying to deal with everything, and she's convinced that she has these problems, and she's just real is controlling everything. And then she's got a guy friend, I guess, who a neighbor or someone who I don't know how they've been friends for years, or whatever. But he is a guy friend, and he's concerned for her health. And for some reason, I forget what it was, but for some reason, he ends up sleeping on her couch or something like that. And it was just this big thing. My whole point, I'm sorry, I don't mean to babble, but my point was that in his assessment of her, he said, "Okay, so I've got a whole list of these things that you think that you have," and he was like reading them off the list and saying, "Okay, so you think you have this, da 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 da," and he said, "Well, I was doing my research," and he goes, "I think you missed a couple," and then he lists hypochondria. Which is, the fear of being sick. You think basically everything that she was, and some other disease, which is basically the same thing. It's a different kind of. It's like quite. It's just a different type or whatever, anything. And then he said that you told our producers before the show that you knew that you were gonna faint coming out here because you were so freaked out and everything, and and uh, and then you come out here and well. Truthfully, honestly, what he said is that you acted it out, and I didn't quite know if he meant that she was putting it on as an act, or you said, or you did it, or you said it and it happened, or whatever. And then he said self fulfilling prophecy. And that's kind of what made me think about that. But you know, but in a way, it's made from. I mean, I don't know if you're interested in this at all, but I've been watching TikTok a lot, and and they have a lot of people who are. I'm very spiritual, and I've been learning a lot of stuff that is a complete and utter mind fuck up the ass, but it makes sense in a way because basically. I want to try to explain this to you in a way that I know because I suck it. I get too fucked up in trying to explain things and I don't make any sense. And this is a massive mindfuck even to try to explain. But it's basically everything that exists is energy. That's what people who are religious, believe in God or whatever. I believe, people who are spiritual believe that God is what we call the source, right? A source of energy, you know. So and in watching TikTok, there's tons. I mean, okay. Oh my God! If you could hear my thoughts, love, water. It was just, oh my God, my thoughts are. And I'm trying to, I guess, trying to explain this without going into a million years of words and boring you crazy. I'm saying that okay, so we're all made of energy, and that our thoughts are energy, right? And that basically the gist of it is, if you will, is that our emotions create it's like I always feel like it's like a light bulb. Like you have a light bulb, and then you have, but you don't get any light unless you have electricity, right? So the thought is a light bulb, and then the feeling is, and there's scientific proof apparently to back this up that because I've seen, well, I've heard the people who are scientists on TikTok, or so they say they are. I guess you never know what's real or what's not, but but uh, but they say that there's scientific evidence to prove that emotions affect your thoughts, and they manifest what you want. Like they, I don't know, they so like that's what they say is like, thoughts are, attract your, positive thoughts and and everything, and I have insane depression and anxiety, and positive thoughts are almost impossible to have. But at the same time, it's like, it's like if you know that you're bad, it's like your bad thoughts are really poison. They're basically emotional and mental poison, and you've got your anxiety, or well, you got your there's I forget what it is, but I forget what the name of it is. But there's something that it's like it's basically, using your anxiety is like it's like it uses your fear against you, and when you try to get out of it, it just kind of pounds at you even harder. You know, it is. It's very incredible. And what even the harder mind fuck is that, okay? So please bear with me here. There's a woman who I discovered on TikTok. Her name is Dolores Cannon, and she's passed away now, but she was an old lady, and she and her husband worked in hypnosis for like 40 years, whatever. And in that time, they started to do some stuff with life regressions and everything, like just past life regressions and everything. And she said that in her work with us, she worked with, I don't know how, she's written like books about, tons of books about this stuff, and I've listened to them on Audible, and the mind fuck, oh my god, people, it's kind of sad in a sense, because it makes total sense to me just from a scientific perspective. But my point, I'm totally getting sidetracked. What I'm saying is that she says that we all choose everything. That we are all that well, it's a common idea or common theory, like people believe or whatever, that that we're all spiritual, that we're all spirits, and that we're all just, with a physical body, which makes sense too, you know but what she says is that we're all spirits and everything, and we choose everything. We choose our parents, we choose our lives, we choose our everything, that um we choose the lives we're gonna have. We know, and we just don't know that we just, for some reason, we're sent in, and then we're sent here to learn lessons, and every single thing that we have in our life we make happen, which is beyond insane. I mean, there's people who, there's a guy, and this is the second person that I found. His name is Daryl Anka, but he's okay. This is another mindfuck, so bear with me, okay? Um, Strap it in. He how is this? Some people are able to channel their high, they connect to a higher level of, it's called the fifth dimension. Basically, there's many different dimensions, which is something else Dolores can talk about. There's many different planets, millions of different planets, tons of different dimensions, different of higher consciousness and everything. And we, in our physical, like on Earth or whatever, we are like the Skid Row, if you will, the ghetto of the planet. Where like people, come here to, they choose to come. It's almost kind of like maybe like a boot camp kind of thing, or like people. It's a horribly hard life here for most people, but everybody chooses to come here for some reason. But they just forget. They just. I mean, some people seem to know what it is. I have no clue. But the whole idea of like you choose what happens to you. But in a sense, I mean, like this guy. What I was trying to say about this guy, Joe Inca, he channels, if you choose to believe, he channels his higher consciousness, and that consciousness gives him information about the way to achieve your higher frequency to become your to be happy, basically. And it sounds insane, but it makes sense, I think, because it's like I mean it's like tuning into the right channel on a radio to be able to connect. You want if you have to have the exact right, you know, frequency to be able to connect to that radio station, right? And that it's a science. It's science, right? Energy and frequency, and it's. I mean, I feel like I'm trying to explain how to. I'm trying to explain how, as how spaceships work, and I have no clue how they work. I mean, I couldn't explain that if I had a gun to my head. But it's just a very complicated thing, and it's just so insane that people are not able to. Most people can't wrap their minds around it. It's just too insane, But I think it makes sense. I mean, the only thing that doesn't make sense in a way is because this Daryl Inca guy, he does these group Q&A's or whatever, and some of the pages that I follow on TikTok, they they have these they have questions that are asked during these Q&A's or whatever, and 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 of course people get upset with the whole idea of that you choose what happens to you, is basically what he said. And that is my effect for me, because I do not choose to have depression and anxiety. I do not. I mean, at least for me personally, I do not choose to go through the shit. I mean, God knows everybody's got a very hard life, and I've had a fairly easy one for the most part, but I've been through some really hard shit, as everybody has. But I'm just saying, the idea that he that the idea that you choose what happens to you is not a very easy pill to swallow for people who have been women who have been raped, or or people who just have horrible things happen to them that they have no control over, that they feel like they have no control over. And he said, from what I think it is basically, it's not so much that you ask for it, it's more that it's almost like the negative thoughts that you have manifest this way. It's like it could have been rape, it could have been a car accident and someone died. It could have been anything, and it's happened to be that, I think. But am I are you still alive? Sorry, I'm just babbling here. It's just so crazy fucking and interesting to me. Like, it blows my mind. I don't know if you're still here now, Red, but I'm gonna lay down for a few minutes. Excuse me. Instinct. Hang on 1 second. I want to lay down for a bit, so I'm gonna put the. Did I get anything you sent? The last message from here? The last message that you said I sent, or that you said that I got was, this is incredible. I was going on about the stuff I was telling you about, and that's what you said. So I enjoy. Seriously? I'm sorry, sweetie. I didn't get anything. The last thing that you wrote that I saw was I enjoy how you break it down for me. This is incredible. Oh wow, that sucks. If you can copy and paste it, just send it to me in Discord so I can see what you wrote. I'm sorry, hon. That kind of sucks. I hope this won't be a problem. I mean, like, first there was that one guy who was the retracted messages, and now you can't send that. That's so weird. Oh, thank you, Electra. I appreciate that. Well, that says suck, right? I mean, send it to me on Disc if you can. My favorite ASMR. Okay, no worries, Red. I don't really know. I mean, I know my favorite. I mean, the one that I do the most, I guess, is is tapping. I do a lot of. I've done some people like bubble blowing and sniffing for some reason, and but I've done different ones. I mean, I've done lots of different ones. I'm really not sure what my favorite one is. And it really sucks because I can't really do too much of that stuff here. Least favorite? I don't know. I don't. I mean, I don't. I haven't. There's nothing that I really. If I don't like it, I wouldn't do it. Kind of thing. You know. Well, that's not true. I used to. Well, kind of a long story short. It's kind of a long story to get into whatever. But I used to be on Twitch, and I had a moderator who liked cheek pinching, and he used to ask me for it a lot and everything. I'm like, hey, I mean, I did it because he was just because he was my mod and everything, and I wanted to give him I wanted to do something nice for him or whatever. So I kept doing it, but my skin is very sensitive, and I didn't like that, and it kind of hurts. So and he would keep asking, asking, asking. I'm like, buddy. And I was trying to be nice about it and trying to, okay, let's just, maybe another time, I'll make a bid for you. How about I just make a bid for you? Da, da, da. So I did that, and that was something I did not like to do. I mean, I did it, but I did not enjoy it at all. That's pretty much the only thing I can think of that I didn't like. um, I don't get that. I mean, everybody has their own likes and dislikes and everything. I mean, there's lots of stuff that I hear that I like. I don't like this. There's like snapping ones, and there's just most of them actually I don't like. I mean, not that I don't like, but they don't do anything for me. Like loud. I don't know, um, just I don't even know. But just most of it doesn't do anything for me. I like really soft spoken voices. Like really, there's like two or three that really stand out that I listen to all the time and everything, and that's what I like. And that and um like scissors, like clicking sounds or whatever. I discovered that I like those. But yeah, I've made a couple of snipping videos. I don't get the attraction for that, but you know, I don't really get the attraction for the tapping for the. I used because when I first started, some people had asked for a glass lens tapping my glasses or whatever, and that's what I did. So that was kind of like the. But it's hard, especially with the sniffing, because I could make 10 videos. I could make 10 sniffing videos, or 50, or 100, or whatever. But it's like all the same thing. It's like it's just. It's hard to. I like to be creative, but I like to do different things or whatever, and it just feels like it's to make it creative, like to do something to make it not like totally different every time, but just something to make it a little bit just to you know. do more. I don't mind doing them. I just like to, I just feel like it gets boring. I mean, to, but maybe I'll have to see what I can find. I don't know. I mean, the cool thing is that I have that candle that I like. Yeah, I remember. Okay, I remember you now. I remember you commented. Right on. Okay, so I remember you now because your name looked a little bit familiar, but I couldn't think of it at first. So and then now I'm like, oh yeah, okay, so that makes sense now. But that candle is so nice. Oh my god, I love that candle. It's old, but I'm so bummed because I was trying to find another one because it's so old and it's kind of fading, and it's still the sense is great still, but just I'd rather have it's old and almost dead, and I just wish I just wanted to like, have another one, but I couldn't find the candle, but I bought the spray with the same name, but it wasn't the same scent, and it was such a huge piss off. Bummer. Yeah, really. And the worst part of it was I got it from Amazon, but I couldn't return it because they don't because which is I don't get. They can send it to me, but they can't return it because it's they said they can't return things when they're flammable. And it's like, well, you sent it to me, but whatever. So I was able to um, sell it on a buy and sell site in my town, or like an auction 24 hours. I was able to get rid of them. So, but yeah, that fucking sucks, man. I love that smell. Like, I mean, I could smell it every day for like I could. Oh, it's amazing. It's so good. Like I said, that's what a hot guy should smell like. I don't know why how a Febreze candle smells like what I think a hot guy should smell like, but that's hilarious. But yeah, I'll try to think of some more stuff to do with the sniffing. I want to try this because I bought a microphone. I bought actually now that you're here and you're talking to, I mean, now that I've got someone else to talk to, maybe I should try that because I want to see if that I have this. I bought this like months ago, but I have this and it actually is great for sound, but I need to shit. Oh yay, cool. So the problem is that I think I fucked up the USB port on it, so it's not totally um the it's kind of I have to kind of keep it in place. So I'll see if it works okay. Like it doesn't work. It's just that it gets loose and you can't always hear it properly. So we'll see if I can make it. And if not, then I'll have to try and. There's a guy who does cell phone repair in the town that's next to me, and I just hope he can fix USB ports and everything. So um, I figure if if he can fix a USB on a cell phone, I can't imagine how this is much different. it sucks because of this the way that this mic is made. Okay, now I have to. No. Oh shit. Well, I'm not using a mouse. Okay. We'll do that to see if that works. Because I've only got a couple of USB ports on my Lappy, so I've got another plugin that I can use to add on more, but I'm not using this one, so I'll just use this one for now. And hopefully it'll work.